Hey there guys, welcome back to AFC Game by Game. This is my preview for the match tomorrow night. Arsenal hosting FC Vorskla. Really hope I've said that right, but it's a game that I'm really looking forward to for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it's a little bit of respite from the Premier League, but the main reason is that we're going to see some experimentation within the squad. We're finally going to see some players that we really want to see starting an Arsenal shirt. One of those in goal has got to be Leno, and I'm going to get onto my team lineup a little bit later, but it's worth having a little quick discussion about this guy because he has come under the radar so much this season without actually playing a single minute in the Premier League. This is his chance to really stake a claim at Arsenal. This is his opportunity to show that he can rival Petr Cech. It's a massive opportunity for him. And as well, it's a chance for us to see some of the younger players within the team. Joe Willock, Eddie Nketiah, Emil Smith-Rowe. We've got loads and loads and loads of young players coming through that are going to get an opportunity. If not in the Europa League, then in that game against Brentford next week. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time for the youth setup. I know players like I don't know how to say his name, Pleguezuelo, this young Spanish defender we've got. This is an opportunity for him to get a start in an Arsenal shirt. Given how long he's been at the club, he'll be really relishing the opportunity. He didn't play with the under-23s, neither did Nketiah or Smith-Rowe, so it's an opportunity for those players, if they are to feature in the Europa League team, to get a chance on the pitch. Hopefully, you know, if we're winning this game comfortably, then I'd bring those players on. I wouldn't necessarily overhaul the squad of too many young players in this game just because I'd like to see us set the tempo for the Europa League, get a good thumping 3-4-0 win against this team. I don't know a lot about Vorskla. I don't want us to underestimate them whatsoever. I don't know what they're going to bring to the table, and I'd be lying if I said that I'd done my research on them. I know they've got a couple of good wins in the Ukrainian league. They've won 2 on the bounce, but they are a team that are very much susceptible to conceding goals. I know it's the exact same for us, but we shouldn't be conceding at home to a team of their calibre. Not to disrespect them in the slightest, but Arsenal at home to a team such as Vorskla, it should be a straightforward win for Arsenal Football Club, as I'm hoping it will be. So I do want to see a lot of experience in this team. Maybe introduce players like Smith-Rowe and Nketiah if we're winning this game comfortably by half-time. Give those players a run out, and that will take the pressure off of them as well as the rest of the team, and we should see this game out comfortably, as well as getting those younger players minutes on the pitch, which I think they desperately need this season. One thing I was disappointed with last campaign was the lack of young players in the Arsenal team. 2 young players that we're not going to see in this game, though, are Mavropanos and Osei Tutu, who I believe will miss the game through injury, which is a real shame. Osei Tutu is a player that I really have got high hopes for this season. Looks really good in pre-season on the trip to Singapore, and really good in that game against Brentford. Barnet away from home in pre-season, one of our opening games, and I think he's a player that has got so much raw ability. The same goes for Mavropanos as well. We saw what he could do towards the end of last season. With that red card aside, he really did put in some fantastic performances. So we're looking good on the youth front. Willock as well is a player that I'm really looking forward to seeing more of this season. It's a shame that Reece Nelson's gone out on loan. He was a player that I was really looking forward to seeing more of. This is also a chance for us to see fringe players that haven't even got a minute in the first team yet. I'm looking at players like Rob Holding, El Neni, Danny Welbeck, that hasn't really had many opportunities this season. I'm really looking to these players to see what they can offer to the first team, whether they can make a push to start in the first team. On that note, I'm going to get into your team lineups. There weren't that many this week. I believe only 2 of you got in touch, which is more than enough for me. But these are 2 really good lineups. First of all, from @Marcazette, he's gone with Leno in goal, Lichtsteiner, Holding, Mavropanos and Monreal, Torreira, El Neni, Welbeck, Mkhitaryan, Iwobi and Eddie Nketiah. And the next one from Unai Emery is Leno, Pleguezuelo. I'm never going to get his name right. Mavropanos, Holding, Lichtsteiner, El Neni, Guendouzi, Welbeck, Mkhitaryan, Iwobi and Eddie Nketiah. 2 really good lineups there, and I think we're all going to be going for different formations, different teams we want to see start in this game. My personal lineup is a really hard one to call. I've been thinking about it over and over and over again. It's exciting that we've got this many options in reserve and in a youth setup as well. Players like Iwobi, who didn't even make the bench for the game at the weekend, who you would hope would get an opportunity. Mkhitaryan, who's been out of the team recently, would get an opportunity in this game. And players like Aubameyang, who I think it's important to keep their confidence going. I'd like to see him get a few goals just to help him maybe up his ratio in the Premier League as well. So my team would be the standard back 4 I think a lot of us are going for in this game. Leno in goal. And then at right back, Lichtsteiner, really excited to see him play. I've actually never been more excited to see a 34-year-old make his Europa League debut in an Arsenal shirt. And then the centre-back pairing, I'd be going for Holding and Mustafi. I think those 2 could work really well together. At left back, I suppose it's going to have to be Nacho Monreal because we haven't really got any other options there. It's going to be tough to put so much weight on his shoulders, but I do think he's the only option we've got at the minute, unless we do play the young Spanish man. I'm not going to try and say his name again, but it starts with a P. It could be an opportunity for him to start this match at right back and then potentially play Lichtsteiner at left back, who did a very good job there on the opening day against Man City. I'll be playing Torreira in this game in that central defensive midfield role. I think it's a perfect opportunity for him, given that he didn't start the game against Newcastle. I just want to see him get more minutes, to be honest, keep the squad fresh, keep things rotating. Ahead of him, Guendouzi started against Newcastle, so I wouldn't start him in this game. I would go with Elneny. We haven't seen him at all this season. And as well, I'd like to see Joe Willock get a start in this game. And then the front three, I'd probably be going with Iwobi, Aubameyang and Danny Welbeck. That would probably be my front three for this game. And then we've still got options such as Mkhitaryan, except Guendouzi on the bench. So it's an exciting team. We've got Emil Smith-Rowe, we've got Nketiah that can come off the bench as well. I mean, that's one of probably 5-6 lineups that I've got in my head. To be honest, I'll be happy with whatever team starts, because I do think whatever team does go out there tomorrow night should be capable of seeing off this Vorskla side. But the most important thing for me is we get the win, we win convincingly, we set the tone for the Europa League campaign, and we really keep this winning run going, which I think is paramount going into these games we've got coming up against Everton, which is a very winnable fixture on the weekend, given how poor they were against West Ham. And then Brentford, it should be another win. And then after that, Watford, they recently lost to Man United, so their confidence has taken a hit. I do think we're at a great period in the season now where we can just rack up wins and wins and wins, build confidence, build momentum. And that second half performance against Newcastle was sensational. So if we can build on that, see that on a more regular basis, then this can be a really good season for Arsenal. And the Europa League could play a pivotal part in us having some success. I want us to go further in the Europa League than we did last campaign. Of course, we got to the semi-finals. I want to see us win it. It's Unai Emery's competition. He won it so many times with Sevilla. I do hope that we can go all the way and win it this season. It is another route into the Champions League, and it's an important route given how tough things are going to be in terms of getting into the top four, looking at the competition there. So it's a very important competition, and a competition that I hope we take seriously. I do think it's going to be much more difficult to get as far as we did compared to last season. You've got teams such as Chelsea in it, so it's going to be a really tough competition to win. But it's a competition that is winnable. It is going to be tough, but it's not the Champions League. We've got a very realistic opportunity of winning this competition and getting back to where this football club belongs. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Please do drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to AFC Game by Game. Follow me on Twitter at JECook96. Remember, if you want your lineup featured in the preview, just follow me on there. Tweet your lineup pre-game, and I'll make sure to feature it in the video. But anyway, guys, as I say, drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you very, very soon. See you later, guys.